Hello, look what I've got. It's an Australian truck, it's an Itiria, I assume that's how you pronounce it. It's a Western Star, it's a road train, although it doesn't have to be a road train. And many years ago I drove a much earlier version of this. I think this is about 1980s, but I drove much earlier version of this in Australia. And because of that I thought, hey, I can have some of that, so I did. My wife bought it for my birthday, so I've just got that. It's got an awful lot of chrome on it, and the one I drove didn't. The company I worked for wouldn't have paid for the chrome. It's got the spider wheels, which are normal to Australia, on the front, but it's got plate wheels on the back which aren't normal to Australia. It's very odd. So they've obviously made it up out of an American Western Star kit. It's a 1:24. And it comes with all the transfers, digital length of the vehicle. What's that? 33.2 centimetres, 330 millimetres, isn't it? Tells you what paints they use on the side there. I won't be using those paints, but that's what it tells you to use. Got a little bit of safety information on there. 14 plus is the age on it. Again, same thing all the way around there. There's some stuff, I thought there was some stuff on the bottom, but there isn't. So let's have the lid off and have a look what's inside it. I'm looking forward to building this, but it'll be a little while yet. I've still got quite a lot of other stuff to do. Instructions are a bit flaky because it's one big spreadsheet, which is not easy. It tells you the components. I think there's about 250, 260 components. With the 135 models that I normally do, it's closer to 800 or 900 bits and pieces on it. The instructions look fairly simple. Building the engine up, but it's a basic engine. I'll change that. We'll pipe it all up, and we'll wire it all up as we go along. It's two sides of that sheet. Look dead simple, doesn't it? We'll see. I've said that before. As I say, I'm going to try and wire it all up. I want it to look all bells and whistles. So that's the instructions. There's not a lot to say about that really, except how do you put it back together again? How do you fold it up again? There we go, done. So that's the instructions. Got some nice shiny green plastic there. Let's move the box out of the way a bit. Some nice shiny green plastic. Well, it looks alright. It looks fairly hard, doesn't look soft. But I've been fooled by that before, and when you come to put it together, the plastic's really very soft on them. It looks clean enough. There's a couple of bits of flare on it that I can see. But yeah, that looks alright. There's a white piece there. I don't know what's on that. That looks like the inside of the cab lining. And oddly, the seats are already assembled. That's a strange one. Bit of checker plate there. Air intakes or exhausts. Dashboard with very little detail on it, so I'm guessing there's going to be a transfer to put on there. But, you know, that's okay. So that's that. That's two pieces. And it looks like the cab's in an inside and outside version, so you build the inside and then slot the outside over it. Big old bonnet on it, as you had a big old engine and a big donkey in them. A lot of chrome work, as I say. The truck I had didn't have any chrome work, so I'm deciding. And it's got the spider wheels, which are the Australian wheels. You can just about see them, I think. There's a lot of glare, isn't there? Spider wheels, call them spider wheels because they've got 8 legs on them. 6 legs. And as I say, they're fairly typical of Australian trucks. They all have them, or most of them have them. Chrome bumpers. What I'm planning on doing, the fuel tanks are chrome, and I think, although my wife's not with me on this one, I think I'm going to take the chrome off. Apparently oven cleaner will bring the chrome off. Not on all of it, but on some of it. And I'm going to paint it up in the colours of the truck that I drove, which was red on the top, and the chassis and mudguards and all the rest of it were black It's for a company some of you may know if you live in Sydney. I don't think they're still going. It was a company called Hobbs Brothers Timber Importers at Roselle Bay in Sydney. Fantastic the company to work for, but there you go. All things change. So that's that and that. Oh, we've got some glass, which is fairly clean. Oh, nice curved windscreen, that's good. That's a bit of an odd one. That's a stone guard that goes in front of the cab, in front of the windscreen. You only just see it. And I think I might scrap that and make one with a wire mesh, a fine wire mesh and a wire frame. It shouldn't be too difficult to make. The transfers for it, yeah, there's a dashboard. So that looks familiar. The dashboard on it. I'd like to paint it on, but there's no guide for me to do that, so I don't know if I will be able to or not. I'll have a look at it. No doubt we'll see as we go along. Big massive tyres, nice vinyl tyres with a nice tread on them. They're normal road treads on them. You can see that. Let's have a look. Wrong way. Yeah, they look quite nice, don't they? And yeah, they've got the markings on them. 1200 by, can't see. They'll be 820s, I would imagine. But it should say, it normally says it on the side there. Maybe you guys can see it better than me. But it's 1200 by 820s, I think. And which is about standard size tyre for that sort of a wagon. That's a bit dodgy where it glues on there, where it's moulded on there, but I'm sure I'll be able to make it go away. Then, got a lot of black plastic here, which is the running gear. Ah, you can't see it, can you now, because I've gone the wrong way. Pull that back out. So, a lot of black plastic here, which is all the running gear, chassis rails, and let's open that up. We can. Certainly a tight fit, that bag. They only just made it. The inside of the wheels, yeah, and the plate wheels for they're obviously American plate wheels, which you didn't see very often in Australia. And the outside rims, the inside rims rather, to clip it all together. And then you've got quite a lot of black plastic here. But it seems very odd to me that they've made it all in different colours of plastic. I'm assuming that's so that you don't have to paint it. You can stick it all together and then not paint it. Hey ho, might be. Quite a big engine, gearbox. I think they're about 320s. I don't know, I can't remember. And it all looks fairly good. Yeah, looks nice and crisp. Doesn't look to be much flare on them. Yeah, very nice. I shall look forward to doing that. Chassis rails look okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. So that is a future project. Hopefully I'll get to it in a not too distant future. And of course, as always, I'll let you know how I get on. I can't get that back in now, I'm not even going to try. Thanks very much for watching. And if you've got any comments, any questions, please leave them in the boxes below. I always answer the comments. And it would be great if you could like, subscribe and share the video if you possibly can do. And I'll see you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Ta-da!